Alright, gang. Welcome to our Week 1 review and Week 2 preview. I'm going to go through this last weekend's winners and losers, and then discuss some highlights that are coming up for the next week and next week's matchups. Blah, blah, blah. With huge numbers from Stafford and Megatron, Whipping Boys demolished Mikko's Marauders. How's that auto draft working for you, Marauders? Huge scoring from Megatron, Stafford. Holy shit, 161.5 to whatever Marauders got. Basically doubled his score. I think it may be a long season for Marauders. We'll see if they can rebound. I'm not sure how many quarterbacks they're still keeping in their lineup, but we'll keep them posted. Whipping Boys, I know, is just happy to finally get a win, but we know how it goes over time. He'll eventually just kind of decline as the season goes. So best of luck, Whipping Boys. It's early in the season. These are when teams like the Lions really enjoy those big wins. So good luck to both of you. Speaking of ass whippings, Canids had a huge day over Eye of the Storm, as you can see from the scores above here that are there. Almost basically doubling Eye Storm, ripping the Eye of the Storm, a new hole in the storm itself. Quite brutal. I see that I drafted one Lion, but apparently the wrong Lion to draft with Golden Tate, not really doing that much. Canids looks like he's at a solid lineup. Matt Forte paid off for him. Brown with the Cleveland Browns, and then Cordarrelle Patterson with his huge day made huge points for the Canids. So good job on their part. Boy, that was a weak showing for week 1. I hate to say it, but once my brother first, he got married. Now he's retired. So I think there's a lot more trips to like Bed Bath & Beyond, and I think he takes some flower arrangement classes. He's probably signed up for cooking classes and stuff. So I'm not even sure if he watches football anymore, but hopefully he'll take a little time and actually work on that lineup so he can be competitive this year. Chronic Roaches fell to the Mullet Militia this week, only putting up points in the 80s. Mullet Militia just need 100 points to take the win. Chronic Roach's team did not do too much this week, but it's still early. He has a bunch of decent guys in his lineup. He tries so hard, I don't like to discourage him because there is a lot of pouting in Roaches, a lot of tears, a lot of death threats. So I like to just keep his whole spirit boosted the whole time. So way to go, Chronic Roaches. You're playing the game. Meanwhile, Mullet Militia still kind of surviving its franchise move and rename and rebranding due to the not yet substantiated allegations about Lauren and his mother and what they may or may not have done with farm stock. So for now, he seems fine. We'll just have to see if the commissioner has to come in with any fines or penalties so far. But until I see any videotape from the actual inside the elevator with Lauren, his mom, and the livestock, I'm leaving him open to play as long as he wishes. 98 Vikings defeated Rabid Beavers. You can see the scores above. Huge day for 98, mostly riding on the back of Marshawn Lynch in beast mode, and a big day from Matty Ice. It looks like maybe Matt Ryan has come back to be a fantasy football quarterback for us again. But you never know. It's week 1, so it's always a little bit of a question mark. Decent day from Percy Harvin. I thought he was going to get more points from him, but holy cow, if you get 29 points from Matt Ryan, you are doing quite well. Rabid Beavers didn't break 100, but they got a decent day from Cutler. Darryl Sproles was kind of the surprise guy for him this week, with the Eagles relying on him a lot more than LaShawn McCoy, which is cool. Looks like Beavers has a decent team, just needs to kind of get things rolled up in line, and should be good to go in the next couple weeks. Week 1 is always a little crazy, so even though Pete had the incredible, terrible auto draft, it looks like he's slowly kind of assembling his team. But remember, auto draft guys, you can never have enough quarterbacks. And the closest game this week, Contract Year versus Captain Ass Clowns. Super close matchup, as you can see up here in this area. I guess I'm reversed, so it's always for me to target. But as you can see, and then I am the winner because I got more points up there, and he is the loser. Decent days from both of us. It really boiled down to actually, I think, the last game of the night on Monday night for final scores. I just needed some tackles to win. Should have really lost this week. I expected Aaron Rodgers to put up way more points. I'll take this as a whew, and I got by on this one. But I'll take it because you know what? A W is a W. And at the end of the year, no one looks at the points. They just look at the W's and who has the trophy. And, the money and all those important things. So I'm taking the W, and Contract Year can suck it. Just like the Green Bay Packers can suck it. The most important matchup of the week, of course, is Whipping Boys versus Ass Clowns. I'm sorry. That's Captain Ass Clowns to you, Whipping Boy. Looks like a good matchup, though. Whipping Boy's got some monster points going on. If that Lions offense keeps cranking it out, I might be a little trouble. But I pray before the altar of Peyton Manning. Peyton, deliver me over the whipping boys. So obviously, I'm picking me to win. Next, we have contract year versus 98 Vikings. I'm looking for a rebound from contract year this week because Aaron Rodgers, I don't think he's going to have a low performance again this week. 98 Vikings will just keep rolling along, but this one should be pretty close. And so we'll see. We'll see if 98 Vikes is legit, and we'll see if contract year is the same old contract year. And now we have Knids versus Mikos Marauders. Knids looks pretty good to go. I think quarterback is their big question mark. Mikos Marauders does have Drew Brees, so he can put some points up. But the rest of the lineup looks very, what's the word I'm looking for? Auto-drafty? And we have the current champion, Mullet Militia, against Eye of the Storm. Militia, I think, might be in a little trouble if they're going to put their fantasy luck in the hands of Tony Romo. That's not looking too good. You should definitely talk to the auto-draft guys for quarterbacks. I think they have so many in their roster they've taken in and out. They probably understand quarterbacks better than anybody else in the league. Eye of the Storm, if he can, take a break from the cooking class, and the flower arrangements, the gardening, and shopping. Maybe he'll take some time and actually work on his team and be, competitive this week. We'll see. And last, and pretty much least, we have Rabid Beavers versus Chronic Roaches. Looks like a pretty tight matchup. The interesting thing is that they've got a battle of running backs since they're both starting Philadelphia running backs. So it's really going to boil down to who Chip Kelly's boyfriend is this week for RB. Rabid Beavers is just looking for a win. Chronic Roaches is, who knows what he's looking for. His team's just not looking too good. Under 100 points. He looks pretty weak. It's sad, really, when you see someone, who really tries at fantasy football to be just this bad. It kind of really depresses you in little ways. Let's hope that Chronic Roaches can turn it around and really make it a year this year. I think we can all do it. If we all cheer him on, he can do it. All right, that's it for this week. Good luck to everybody, except for Whipping Boys, who can suck it.